So you should have 2 pages there. The intention of the handout was for note-taking purposes, in case you guys would like to write anything down.
I'll pass out pens too.
Is this on? Hope so.
So, yeah, I'll go ahead. I think everyone wants to come back. Yes. Okay.
Can we have some light?
What's that? Do you need
No, some light.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
So I'm going to introduce Jeff. So actually, I'm happy that we're all here. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a larger group today, but we have a perfect group today. It's nice that it was, we got to go around and talk about meditation a little bit. So this will be interesting. I haven't even looked at what you are going to have us fill out. But this is my friend Jeff, and Jeff and I have known each other for probably...
8 years?
No, it's been longer than 8 years.
It's been longer than 8 years?
Yeah, it's been at least 10 years, I think.
It feels like 10 years.
Okay. Maybe I don't know how long I've known Jeff. But Jeff helped me. Together we did the kids class at the Zen Center for a number of years.
Probably 2 years. A year or two?
Maybe 2 or 3 years or something. But Jeff has a background in
Fitness with emphasis in personal training.
Yeah, he's like my little teleprompter in my ear. But this is something that he's studied for a long time. Do you need a piece of paper? Okay. Oh, there's one right behind Michael. And he has a background in martial arts, I think.
No, I'm a yoga instructor.
Oh, yoga. Goodness gracious, I should have read your bio.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to introduce you. Since my memory is a little faulty.
That's okay, I can...
And a background in Zen, right? Okay. So, even 10 years ago, I was excited to hear this presentation. So, about how Jeff blends together physical fitness and personal training with meditation. So, I'm very excited.
Thank you.
So let's give Jeff a nice warm welcome. And hear what he has to say. Welcome, Esther.
Well, thank you, Anna. So this is actually the first time I've been asked to speak publicly about Zen. And I'm a novice public speaker, so I went ahead and I typed up my speech, so I apologize for any mechanical sounds that this speech might take on. So there's that. So what I asked Anna to hand out to you was just some basics of fitness, and I hope that I left enough space for you guys. But that's just note-taking from the question. There'll be a question and answer session. Hopefully I can answer you guys' fitness-related questions. And if you just want to write anything down in regards to those things, then hopefully that'll be helpful to you. So, let's see. I guess I can start the speech now. Is there anything else I need to say in preparation?
But Jeff, when you talk, can you talk loud? For some of us that listen to music a little too loud when we were kids.
Well, that was me, too. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, but I think that's about it. So I'll talk a little bit about the Zen of fitness today, and then we'll go over a little bit of the basics of physical fitness. As far as fitness goes and meditation, the general benefits there are, increases in circulation. So if you're seated for a long time, your legs tend to go to sleep, your butt goes to sleep. If you get some physical fitness into your practice, then that will help with that. Posture is a huge deal in meditation. Of course, what we're trying to do is find a posture where we don't fall asleep. And the idea there is to find something that's comfortable, but not so comfortable that we're passing out. So incorporating fitness into meditation practice helps significantly with that. So anyway, let me begin my speech. It's called the Zen of Fitness. So in Zen, there is the practice of just being, as in meditation. Also in Zen, there is the art of just doing, such as in work meditation and the performance of the arts. Out of such practices, there is the development of understanding. Now, I would like to make a distinction between certain kinds of understanding. First, there is the conceptual understanding of a thing, which is knowledge. But this type of understanding is not the understanding generally emphasized in Zen practice. The other type is a non-conceptual kind of understanding, which we call wisdom. To better illustrate, let me give you an example. In Zen practice, there is what's called koan study, which is a series of riddles given to the student by the teacher to challenge and test the student's understanding. The tricky thing is that these riddles can't be understood conceptually. The way to understand a koan is to embody the koan. In other words, to become the koan. This embodiment kind of understanding, this embodiment of wisdom, is what is emphasized in Zen practice. So how do we embody wisdom? There are many practices, such as the already mentioned koan study, sitting meditation, work meditations, and the practice of the arts. Today I want to talk just a little bit about the Zen of Fitness, and it's a nice addition to the Zen arts, as it really gets you to emphasize what's going on in your body, the wisdom of your body. It's a nice practice for you to observe and to be aware of what's taking place in your body in terms of cause and effect, those effects being diet and exercise. So it's common knowledge that eating right and exercising are not only good for you, but it's also known that failing to do so comes with consequences. Yet for some reason, most of us in the U.S. don't take too good of care of ourselves in this area. Now, maybe that's because such knowledge isn't common wisdom. In other words, we're not embodying this particular degree of the understanding of fitness. Of course, there are good reasons for this, however, because what happens when I hold back my appetite? There's a natural and embodied dissatisfaction with that idea, the same way that when I strain my body lifting weights or feel my muscles burning from doing cardio, there's a natural embodiment of dissatisfaction. So it's clear that our common understanding of the practice of fitness isn't good enough to really practice fitness in a natural, flowing way. In fact, it may be counterintuitive. What we need is a bit of discipline. Now, if we practice fitness with this in mind and still acknowledging these voices of dissatisfaction, we begin to see that, say, when we do cardio, we feel our muscles burning, we feel that pain, we embody that pain, and little by little, we discover that there is a difference between the pain of being, say, hurt and the pain of being fatigued. What was once just pain has developed into an understanding of fatigue. This has the tendency of making the experience not so dissatisfying. Going deeper, we may find out that even things like pain are empty and that such things are just a sensation. That it's our reaction to pain that is so dissatisfying. When you can embody this degree of insight, you have developed some depth to your fitness wisdom. Now things can begin to flow from this embodiment. Now we are just doing 3 sets of 10 at 65% of our 1 rep max. Now we are just doing a half-hour cardio. Things are still challenging. Our bodies still hurt, but there is an acceptance in our understanding of what is taking place. Our insight has won out against the surface level intuitions of the goings on in our bodies, and with that we can finally be free to just be and just do. So that's my short little presentation on Zen and the art of fitness. Thank you. So on the handout, you'll see 3 titles. The first one being weight loss, and weight loss is, as a trainer, probably the most commonly asked question or thing that's asked from a personal trainer. The simple way to look at weight loss is it's just a matter of caloric accounting. So the way we do that is just a little formula where we take, first off, we calculate what it takes your body to maintain its level, its same weight per day, per calorie intake. So, the USDA calculates it at around an average of 2,000. Most of us in here would probably be around 1,700 though. But there's a link on there that you can go to.
1,700 calories a day?
Yeah, I would say, like, just by looking at you guys are closer to 1,700 than 2,000, just to maintain your level of weight.
Michael counts his every day.
Do you count yours?
Yes.
Do you know what your
Well, it ranges from, I try to target 1,680,
okay.
but I'll hit 2,122. Then there's days I don't get because the numbers too bad.
Right. So there's a certain amount of calories that if you consume, that you'll maintain a weight. Now, then you're going to take, if you've eaten less than that, you take that, you subtract that and the exercise that you do in a day. So if you can account for that, then you can start to track your weight loss in calories burned versus calories needed to maintain. The one thing I didn't write on there, I should have, it was counting calories is, like, I don't know, really annoying. I think it's just tedious. So one of the things to do is to just make a fist, and you can look at your food, and if it's about that size, there's an average amount of calories per. It depends on the kind of food it is. So if it's grains, a fist is around 200 calories. If it's meat, just take your 4 fingers like that. That's the only one that I remember being special. Just take that, and that's about 200. About that. And let's see, vegetables. Vegetables are 150 to 200 per fist. And what's the other one? Did I miss any? Yeah, you got meat, vegetables, grains.
What about sugar?
Sugar? Just,
Doing sugar to 200 calories?
oh man, I think sugar would be about the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems
So
great.
like dad and coffee?
I'd say, well, that'd probably be more like 400.
Not except the calories. Sugar and butter.
Ice cream. That would be.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like pure sugar. This would probably be like 400 maybe, or more.
Pumpkin scone at Starbucks is $540. Give you some idea.
Yeah. Is that about your fist size for a pumpkin
A
scone?
little bit bigger than this.
Yeah.
Send out cards brownies, 400.
That'd be.
What's that, brownie?
Yeah, we'll send out cards,
No.
400.
Yeah. Yeah, I never knew the one for direct sugar because nobody usually just downs sugar directly.
What
But
about fruit? The champagne?
yeah, fruit's the same as vegetables. Yeah, like this.
Apple's 80,
Yeah,
bananas 100.
yeah, and a banana or an apple make up about that. So it's around 100 or 150, depending on the fruit or vegetable.
I'm not obsessive compulsive.
Well, you know, once you figure it out, it's just kind of simple stuff. So what's the next one on the list there?
Cardiovascular training, fat burning.
Okay. So this one, there's, you know, you can run or, you know, do your cardiovascular training in two different kind of ways that I wanted to talk about. One was emphasizing fat burning, and the other one was doing like higher intensity cardiovascular work. So the fat burning, I think I put VO2 max on there. There's a clinic up at the university that you can go get what's called a VO2 max. It's a volume of oxygen intake training. And what that'll do is it'll tell you what the optimum level, the heart rate, your optimum heart rate level it will be to burn the most amount of fat and to utilize the most amount of oxygen. So it'll tell you 100% of your VO2 max is 100, like mine is 156 beats per minute. That test costs about $100. It's worth it, but if you can't afford it, there's a poorer way to do it, and that's just to talk while you're running. And if you sound like this when you talk, that's pretty much close to your VO2 max, like when you just can barely say anything like that. So that's the poor way of doing the VO2 max. But anyway, at that level, you're burning the most amount of fat in your bloodstream and utilizing the most amount of oxygen. The other one, the high intensity training, is also good for fat burning, but it's different in a different way. It helps you. When you go into those higher ranges, your body afterwards will release. Or they can't remember what kind of chemical they are. Are they endorphins or what? But they're released in the blood and they help break down the fat that's in the blood after the fact. So doing cardiovascular training won't directly burn fat. It'll actually burn the energy that's in the muscle, but after the fact, it'll actually influence the body to better metabolize fat. So both of those trainings will burn fat, but one will, like, if you just want to burn, if you want to go in, work for a long time and just burn fat out of your system, then I would say go into the VO2 max types of training. If you want to go in for like a short period of time, like 15 or 20 minutes, then I would say go into the cardiovascular, the higher intensity stuff, so you can just get in and get out. Yeah, do you have a question?
Difficult for you, what's a good cardiovascular exercise that's not, high impact on the knees and whatnot?
Yeah. So as far as cardiovascular training, my emphasis would be to tell you to do something that you enjoy, and so that's not painful. Like if it's racquetball or playing soccer, that's fine. They have heart rate monitors you can put on. You can monitor it that way.
What about yoga?
Yoga, the only, like if you want to talk about like fat burning, they're the higher intensity yogas. I can't remember what they're called. I didn't emphasize in those yogas, obviously. Well, there's Bikram, but that's the hot yoga that'll make you sweat a lot. Yep. Yeah, imagine. I've actually never done it. Never done Bikram yoga. Yeah. So I don't have any direct experience. Yeah.
What Ann and I do high intensity
Uh-huh.
because we don't have much time.
Yeah.
So we'll do 20 minutes at a time. We use primarily two different things. We use let's say we use Nike Train, which is an app.
Oh, okay.
So we run the app and it just tells you what to do. It's 45 minutes, but 20 minutes is plenty, I assure you. And it burns about 200 calories in 20 minutes. And then the other one we use is Spartacus 2. I don't dress up in any funny clothes.
Uh-huh.
Spartacus 2, it's basically just get it off the internet.
Uh-huh.
By Googling Spartacus 2 and just do the exercises. And it's also, it gets your heart going,
Is that one of the
but you're not running.
Is that one of the free ones on YouTube?
Yeah, well, the Spartacus is a men's health one.
Oh, okay.
It's not on YouTube, but it's on, it just has the exercises, pictures of the exercise. The Nike has, you can push a little button and you see some cute girl doing the exercise.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's always important to see cute girls doing exercise.
You can't do that. It's a benefit.
Yeah.
What about walking and hiking?
Well, they're great for you. They're what you would call lower intensities. Well, it depends on the kind of hiking. If you're going up a mountain, you're actually burning some serious calories going uphill. If you're just talking about walking, I can't remember how many calories you burn over the course of an hour doing walking, but that would put you in the very low fat burning zone. The hiking would put you in the higher intensity fat burning, unless you're doing like mountain climbing, hiking. Then you might even get into the cardiovascular range.
Yeah, been into that.
That's a really great way to burn off a lot of calories is hiking. I
Here in the heart.
Feel it all over.
Yeah, here in the heart.
I like to do that on the weekends. Just go up on the mountain behind the university. It's pretty good. Do you have a question?
I actually, in the Marine Corps, I found out that it was very interesting. You burn the same amount of calories running a distance that you do walking the same distance.
That's right.
And so, if you can't run, you can always walk and it would still burn the calories. Like you said, it's a low impact. So you're not going to have that higher heart rate, like you said. And while I was in, all of our exercise routines, when we focused on cardiovascular, always lasted 30 minutes, because I think that's the point at which you have the endorphins or whatever it is that breaks up your fat. I think after that 30-minute mark, it kind of tells your body that it needs to start burning the fat so it can replace the energy.
Yeah.
And so almost all of our exercise routines were at least 30 minutes, like once we got our heart rate up.
Makes sense.
So the last little marker on there is the weightlifting or weight training. So the idea behind weight training is you want to get your major muscle groups worked out when it comes to weight training, and you want to train the opposing muscle groups the same way. So you want them to mirror. You want to train your biceps to be able to do the same amount that your triceps can do. You want to train your chest to do the same amount that your back can do. So you want those things to be balanced, because muscular imbalance causes postural problems, and like your arms can go this way, they can go this way, all kinds of weird, unique problems can come from muscular imbalances. So those are the main groups, and I think there's a picture included and labeling the main muscle groups. So when it comes to making your choices as far as fitness goals, you want to keep those major muscle groups in mind. And then that's pretty much it. So now I'll just be happy to answer your questions about training. And how many of you work out regularly? Pretty much everybody. Cool.
I can't see if anyone else raised their.
Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
So is it the endorphins that then create the chemicals that break down fat in the blood after the fact?
Well,
Or is it something else?
it's, like I said, I couldn't remember if they were labeled as endorphins, but after a certain amount of time, your body is influenced to release these chemicals which attach to free-floating fat in the bloodstream, and that then breaks down the fat. So these chemicals, once attached, break down the fat.
I'm curious to know what they are, because I've been reading about chemicals that are released during meditation. And I know that, I've had people come to classes saying that they've read that meditation helps with, with weight loss. And, for different reasons, but that would be really interesting to know exactly what the chemicals are then.
Didn't work so great for Buddha.
Oh my.
It's about eating food while you're meditating, right?
Yeah.
Another thing I read about meditation is I even read this on WebMD, it's good for high blood pressure. I don't agree with but I guess
Yeah, if you
relieving stress, maybe.
If you slow down your breathing, your heart rate slows down, your pressure drops. Yeah.
Animated something you can give a talk on, because there's so many great studies on the various things it does.
Yeah.
Book myself is
Yeah.
And just go over the studies.
Yeah. There's so many studies on meditation coming out right now. When did they really start? I think they started like 10 years ago, maybe. Just really scientifically trying to get at what's going on mentally and physically when people meditate. So it's a lot of interesting stuff, and I'm sure we've got a lot to learn when it comes to meditation from science. Anything else? Is everyone satisfied with their fitness goals? Can help you get over the next plateau? Yeah. I am a personal trainer. So right now, so I spent 4 years personal training, and then right now I'm training two boxers to go pro. So I've trained like the full range of people. So all the way from sedentary lifestyles to elite athletes. So I hope I can help you guys as far as like. So does anyone have any fitness goals? If not, let me just tell you, having fitness goals is the way to go as far as motivation and like keeping you focused. Like set a short-term goal and set a long-term goal.
What's your fitness goal?
My fitness goal is to lose weight and to add muscle. That's the long term right now. But the short term is to get more into cardio, which I just started doing. Before that, I was just training to be an arm wrestler, which was really fun. So I wasn't so worried about weight, and I just focused on my arms and curling them. That's what I was doing. So what are your fitness goals, Anna?
I would like to have a flat stomach.
Okay.
And I think that would be a great fitness goal. Maybe more sit-ups, which I can't stand.
So the way that The way that you get to see your stomach, the only way is through fat loss.
Fat loss?
Fat loss. You can tone your muscles, and that'll help just a little bit. But I mean, even if you got like a super ripped abdominal thing going, if you've got fat covering up, you'll never know. So.
Okay, so here's like, whenever I lose fat, it's only in 2 places that I don't want to lose it. So, and not.
It's up here, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So men and women have a particular way of losing weight.
how can I not lose it there and lose it?
So unfortunately, there's no such thing as spot training. So you can't go and work on a certain area and lose fat in that area. Your body will lose it according to the hormones in your body. So men typically lose it from the gut up, and women lose it from the neck down. So the first fat to go is from here and going downward.
So should I take like testosterone supplements?
No. Unless you want like a beard or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Say it.
But
I think that'd be counterproductive to your boss.
the one thing that I always recommend when it comes to burning fat and losing the fat is to actually build muscle, because muscles work to burn calories even when they're at rest. So they're just calorie burning engines. So if you just put on a little muscle, and here's the thing about the difference of size. So if you imagine like a brick and a half, that's 1 pound of fat. If you can visualize that. Yeah. Or a brick and a half is a pound of fat. So it's like that big. So imagine like a cube. So that takes up a lot of space on your body, right? So a pound of muscle, though, is about a deck of cards. It's about the size of a deck of cards. So like you could probably fit 6 pounds of muscle or lean mass in the space of 1 pound of fat. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. It burns a lot of calories per day just by being on your body. So that's a really easy way to lose weight, is just to tone up your body, put just a little bit of muscle on, and you'll actually be burning more calories while at rest. Yeah.
I hear a lot on TV about people that have a lot of fat around their mid are more unhealthy. Is that true?
More unhealthy as compared to.
More heart attacks, more strokes.
Yeah, more
Higher blood
medical
pressure,
problems,
like I've heard
more
a lot of
medical
that.
problems and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, obesity will lead to a lot of problems as far as health.
Like,
It's if the
if you
fat's right.
see
Yeah.
it more in that area,
Yeah.
they are more likely to have more medical problems.
So I haven't heard that particular study yet. So the thing about exercise physiology is it's a clinical science. So there isn't an exact understanding of the body. The way all the data that I was given came out of clinical research trials. So as time goes on, the science gets better and better, and we understand more and more. But we only understand what's going on in an indirect way on the large scale. So, we can study what's going on at the cellular level, and then see what happens when we take that data and apply it to the whole body. And it's just kind of a trial and error process. So as time goes on, my education gets worse or less valuable. So you have to stay up on it. But yeah, there's always new studies coming out, and always new and hopefully better data than what was in the past.
I have a feeling I'm just getting different ads on his Facebook page than we're getting. It seems like every ad I get on Facebook is the lose belly fat. at, so.
Really? I know.
Hey.
Oh, I get those too.
Well, maybe I just don't pay attention to that.
I get those too.
Have you guys been posting about weight loss or something? So, I think Facebook has a way of telling what you're posting so that it makes relevant
Look
content.
at your bios, they give you ads. So every time I'm single, and then I'm trying, I get a lot of women. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I get those ones.
Maybe it's not on Facebook, I don't know. See, I'm married, so maybe that's why I get that visibility.
Ah, yeah. That'd be a good one.
Oh, that brings up a question.
Yeah.
What about house cleaning as an exercise?
Yeah. So there are, if you just Google this stuff, like how many calories do I burn in an hour of house cleaning?
MyFitnessPal.com. MyFitnessPal.com.
Was that a?
It has.
It'll have all that?
You just enter it in and your weight, and it'll spit out calories burned per activity.
Oh, but it'll give you like a house cleaning, even the crazy
House
stuff.
Cleaning, all that, sex, golf.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can also, you can count calories too. So you put in your diet. That's the one I use right now.
I think I've heard of that one.
Thanks to Jen.
Was that everything? I'll answer more questions.
What's that?
I'll answer more questions.
Well, we've got to get out of here now.
Oh yeah.
So next week,
Yeah.
so next week, I'm going to talk about, this is a radical meditation group. I mean, you don't have the, what was the FIMS, the violent FIMS, you don't have that at most meditation groups. So we try to do some different things. We have great music next time too. I'm going to talk on house. So something you rarely think about in relation to meditation and what we're trying to achieve. So next week I'm going to talk about that. I have two primary motivations my motivation for cardiovascular is that there's a preponderance of studies that says that it renews your brain cells right here, and that as you age, those move into here in terms of activity. So you're constantly refreshing yourself mentally. So in terms of staying cognizant and bright and healthy over time, that's my...
Not losing memory and all of that.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Not losing.
That's one of my biggest motivations is that. So, and then one of the cool things about our group is you can come and go. We don't. It's fine to have a down week and an up week, all that. We just want everyone to enjoy it. It's a cool thing. So, thanks for coming.
Yeah, we got to. And if anyone has more questions, we'll post his video on YouTube. So you can leave comments there, or and I can forward them to you if I get them via email.
Yeah.
Before everybody goes.
Oh, and yeah.
Do you want my speech?
We just purchased a new house. We're moving into
You like it?
Anybody help me, I appreciate you. If we could call more likely, I'm not going to need you because, like I said, we are in this slant.
I've got to pick up from the back, so.
No, we're going to have this move hired out.
Okay.
Only thing we're looking for is people to put stuff in boxes and take it photos. That's it.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, thank you.